Hi and welcome to another GC Mysteries video, where this time we are looking into the disappearance of Alicia Amanda Stokes. Alicia Amanda Stokes. Now this is another endangered missing classification disappearance case. Now she's been missing since the 25th of the 11th 2007. Now she went missing from Oakland in California, and at the time of her disappearance she was 33, but as I do with every case I do, I'll give you all the details. So when she went missing, she was being between 5'3" and 5'4", 115 pounds. Now clothing and jewellery, it just says running pants, which gets me, had she been somehow assaulted before she disappeared? I hope not, but the fact that it only says running pants and no upper body clothing at all, it seems a bit strange to me. Normally there is every single part of clothing or jewellery that you can give, but this just says running pants, so I'm not sure if she'd been assaulted before she disappeared. I hope not, but that opens the door to foul play and to an assault on her. But medical conditions, she suffers from depression and alcoholism. Another worrying thing though is that she may have been suicidal at the time of her disappearance. Now she was taking a drug called antabuse at the time of her disappearance, and what antabuse does is makes someone violently sick if they have any amount of alcohol at all, even a tiny drop. So she was on that for alcoholism, but obviously you can see these in the photos, but distinguishing characteristics, you can't see all of them. She's a Caucasian female, brown hair, green eyes. She did have, when she went missing, blonde highlights in her hair. Now her nickname is Mandy, so sometimes you will get accounts that refer to her as Mandy Stokes or Amanda Stokes, but Mandy was her nickname. She's got piercings in her ears and her navel, and she has a scar on her forearm, a tattoo on her wrist, and a small birthmark on her thigh. Now the details of her disappearance were that she was last seen at approximately 10:30 a.m. on November 25th 2007 at her residence on Merritt Avenue in Oakland, California. She was living with her brother, one of her 7 siblings, at the time of her disappearance. Now The morning that she went missing, it says that she and her brother got into an argument and gathering police went back to him on that one because he stated it was a minor disagreement, not serious enough to drive her away or cause her to commit suicide. He then went to take a shower, and while he was in the shower, she left in her black 2001 Honda Accord. Now, she later spoke to her boyfriend on her mobile phone or cellular phone whilst she was driving, but the call was cut short after the phone either lost service or got turned off. Now, she's never been heard from again, and 2 days after her disappearance, her vehicle was found locked and abandoned next to a ravine in the 5000 block of Park Boulevard near Lima Boulevard. Her wallet, identification, MP3 player and cellular phone were inside it. The car's battery was dead, and the car had to be towed because it was blocking traffic. Now, in December 2007, investigators collected unspecified potential evidence from her apartment which indicated she may have met with foul play. Her case was then reclassified as a possible homicide. Now, it does say classification endangered missing, but the running pants got me thinking a bit anyway to foul play. So as much as I hope she didn't meet foul play and nothing really bad has happened to her, I kind of had that in the back of my mind anyway as soon as I read her clothing and jewellery. Now, she is originally from North Carolina and was a psychology major at John F. Kennedy University, but had taken a semester off from college at the time of her disappearance. She was preparing to move to the East Coast, where her boyfriend and her mother live. Stokes' loved ones describe her as naive and trusting. I'm gathering they are saying naive and trusting that she would trust a stranger who she thought was trying to or was going to help her. But she was still grieving over her father's death 4 years before she went missing, and reportedly had a mental breakdown over this and other issues in her life just days before her disappearance. Now, due to her emotional problems, her depression, her alcoholism, and the fact that she could have had suicidal thoughts, it's not needed to say that there is concern for her safety. Now, apparently it is uncharacteristic of Mandy to leave without warning or to be out of touch with her family, and her cellular phone and bank account have not been used since her disappearance, and with that her case remains unsolved. Now, I don't understand why they say that the cellular phone has not been used since her disappearance, because the cellular phone was one of the things found inside her locked and abandoned car. And therefore that could not possibly be used. And in fact, I would gather that is in police evidence. Because that's what they do. They always bag items up, any items, it doesn't matter what it is. In a case like this, they will bag it up and it'll all go into police evidence. So I don't understand why they've said her cellular phone has not been used since her disappearance, because it can't be. Especially not when, she's not got it. The investigating agency, though, if you do happen to have any information on this case, is the Oakland Police Department, and their number is 510-238-3641. But she is in fact listed in plenty of news articles, even, these aren't just little newspapers, these are big ones, one of them being CNN. But it seems that they collected unspecified potential evidence from her apartment, but it doesn't sound like they did that with her car. But the clothing description had me straight away, because all it states that she had on were running pants. There are no shoes, no trainers or sneakers as the Americans call them. There are no jackets, coats, t-shirts, anything. All that is listed on this is running pants. Which made me think straight away to assault or foul play, but it could be the argument with her brother. I'm not saying he's done something to her, but the foul play could have started. You drive down the street, you see a woman in distress. I would think about how can I help this woman. Some people think about how can I take advantage of this woman, and how can I use her while I've got her in this sort of state. So really, she could have met foul play. I just hope she hasn't. But I'll read that number out for you again, and it's the Oakland Police Department, and it is 510-238-3641. Now, the California Attorney General's office is looking into it also, so please call if you have info. Thank you for watching this GC Mysteries video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and click the notification bell. If you can, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/GC Mysteries. See us on Facebook and Twitter, GC Mysteries, and bye bye for now.